Help! I have 16 bars to fill and I don't know what to play. So we're going to talk about motific development. That's in chapter 13 of rhythmic lead guitar. So what I have over here is a one chord vamp, D minor 13. And it's a straight eighth note groove, and there are drum fills every 4 bars. And I'm going to try to follow the same phrasing. So this is a way to practice to develop your sense of phrasing. The idea is not to like immediately play something that's spectacular, but to train your reflexes to just outline the phrase length. So you want to kind of know where those drum fills are, or if there are chord changes or anything else in the music that says, you know, here's a repetition of something that's 2 bars long or 4 bars long or 8 bars long. You want to try to respect that. And the first way to do it is to leave a little space at the end. And you can do that if you're composing a solo or improvising like I'm going to do here. And here's what we got to listen to. Let's hear it. There's a little pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now another thing you want to do that's a good idea is to review what beat divisions are available to you when you play over the groove that you have. So this is a straight eighth note. So obviously you can solo with those. Or triplets. Or 16th notes. Or maybe 16th note triplets. I don't know if I can play those at this tempo, but I'm going to try. Yes, I can if I use pull-offs and hammer-ons. Okay. And if I don't try to play them continuously, I can probably play that beat division. But all the tied rhythms. So what I want to do is start with a simple motif. Couple of notes, maybe no more than 4 or 5 notes, even less. Sometimes it could just be 1 note. As long as it's in the groove, then it's fine. So you want to play something simple like that, that's rhythmically in the pocket with the band, and then remember what you just did. That's the second thing. And then the third thing is to use it again. And the simplest way is to just play the same thing with a little bit of something tacked onto it. If you're talking and you're stuttering, right? If you stutter, you have some words that you repeat, and then you repeat, and then you add a few more on. So we're going to try to play like that because it makes it so that the audience has an easy time following what you're doing. They're kind of hanging on every phrase going, oh, I hear where it's going, and I wonder what's going to get tacked on next and how it's going to go forward. Because it makes it more predictable and easier to follow. Now within that, we also want to fit the phrase length. So I'm going to just stop playing in the 4th measure every time. And it could be a long note. You don't have to be silent, but you want to sort of finish a statement and then start another one. And then down the line, you don't have to do that all the time. But if you can't do that, then you need to learn how to do it because it's really important. Helps you learn how to keep your place. So here we go. I'm going to put this back over here and try to show you what I'm talking about. Now you see, you hear the connection there. I would take the last couple of notes that I just played and use them as the beginning of the next phrase. So if I do this, I might follow it with this. And then follow that again with the same. And then a slightly different ending. And then see what I'm doing, right? Most of this is repetition, and I'm just adding a little bit of new information with each lick so that it's mostly familiar material, and that's one way to keep an idea going instead of just sounding like you're rambling. So those two things, the connected repetition and then the respect for the phrase length, is something that you can use to improve your soloing right away. It's almost like you don't have to practice. I'm not giving you any licks or anything to memorize. It's just this mindset that when you step up to take a solo, this is what you have to think about. Instead of like, what can I do right now that sounds cool? You just have to have one little thing that sort of makes sense at the beginning, that's rhythmically relevant to the groove, and you just have to remember it and build on it from there. So thank you for listening to this talk, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you did that, and I will see you next time with another exciting episode of Rhythmic Lead Guitar. Thank you.